everybody, welcome back to Colin's Caravan Capers. At the time of recording, we are just about to emerge from the lockdown from the coronavirus pandemic. This situation has led many people to re-evaluate how they will spend their holidays both this year and in the future. I intend to produce a short mini-series of videos which will help newcomers understand the caravan and learn how they can get the best out of it. This first video will cover the utilities: gas, water, electric and waste, just like you have at home. Right, everyone, we'll start off with gas. This is a butane gas cylinder, liquid petroleum gas, and the general other type is propane, which comes in a red cylinder. It supplies the gas to the van via this item here called a pigtail, and they're not interchangeable between the two types of bottles. Then the gas goes into a regulator, which is this device up here. Now, if modern caravans have this, some older types don't have it fitted to the bulkhead, and you need to buy a separate regulator, which I'll show you. If you don't have a bulkhead regulator fitted to your van, this is the type that you will need. Obviously the blue is butane and the red ones are propane, and they're not interchangeable. That will go straight onto your gas bottle, and then the tube will fit, and obviously Jubilee clip to the pipework on your van. And remember, it's left to tighten on the gas bottle, which is opposite thread, and it's to the right to undo it, and there we go. Right, so what can we use our gas for? Well, we can use it for heating via the Truma Ultra Heat or a different model of heating system. We've got our gas cooker and oven. You can also use your gas to power your fridge. And yes, the gas can be used for heating hot water for showers and the dishes, etc. So we've got all mod cons in the caravan. These appliances are not totally reliant on running on gas. The water heater, you can use electricity as you can for your heater, and the fridge can be run on mains or a 12 volt, but we'll talk about that later. And majority of vans have a electric hot plate, so you'll have one hot plate on the hob to cook with. So let's move on to electricity. There's two types of electricity in the caravan. There's 12 volts supplied by a leisure battery, which is a different beast to your car starter battery, and mains electricity, which is provided to the caravan by means of a cable. This is our main supply cable. It's 25 meters long and it supplies the power from the site bollard to your van. And it has these specific fittings. This one is the one that fits to the van, and it's always the first one to be attached. You always attach to the van first and take it off the van last, and this ensures that you're not dealing with a live cable. Most caravans come with them, but if you buy one second hand and it hasn't got one, you can pick these up from accessory shops. And it's a good idea to get one that's orange, because as you can see against the grass, it's easy for site staff to see the cable and to avoid any nasty accidents. This is our main supply cable attached to the van, and then it's just a simple means of feeding it behind your battery box. A bit difficult doing it one hand with the camera. Right there into that little gap, and then you can close your door. And we can take our cable off to the site bollard. And as we're actually in the storage yard at the moment, we haven't got one. But take it off the roll and make sure that it's fully opened out, and then that avoids any problems with it overheating. Your 230 volts will supply electricity through your sockets, just like at home, and your 12 volt battery will supply things like your lights and reading lights such as this. Unfortunately, I can't demonstrate them because I've realised in making the film that I've got a problem with the leisure battery, so I need to look out and see what that is. So far we've covered the basics of a gas supply to your van and also electricity to your van. So how about fresh and waste water? Well, let's go and have a look. Right, so how do we get fresh water to the caravan? Well, this device, the venerable Aquaroll. Most caravanners use this device. It's British made, and it carries, this one specifically carries 40 litres of water, so you don't want to be lugging that around. It's got a bearing here, and it's got another one underneath, and it can be turned on its side and a handle attached, and you can trundle it off to the water point, fill it with water and bring it back. Now, to get it into the van, you'll have a van specific inlet pipe like this one. Now, some vans have a outboard pump which will sit in the Aquaroll, and others will have an onboard pump which is fastened inside the van and supplied by the 12-volt system. Now, my van has an onboard one, and if we just dip off this supply lead, you can see when it comes out has a little filter just opening up going in. If you had an outboard pump, there would be a 12-volt pump fitted to the end of the supply, and that would be powered by two connections that would be here, which obviously mine doesn't have. So here we have the wastewater system. Again, a container, wheel container. This one is a waste hog and was made by Toshore, and it connects to the van via a pipe. I've been out to B&Q and bought some tubing and some elbows to make an outlet pipe like that one, but you don't need anything as complicated as that. Just two pipes into there and then into your waste, and when it's full you can wheel it off. So onto your black waste, your toilet waste. Most caravans have a cassette type system similar to this one, where it slots into the van and is actually in the base of the toilet inside the bathroom, and that takes and holds your waste matter. And then at the top you have a flush filler which gives you a header of water which enables you to either flush the bowl either electrically or a manual pump. Your waste tank here needs to be charged with chemicals to break down the waste matter in the toilet itself, and we all know what we're talking about here. Now, there's various different makes available. This one I've bought is by Chemiphase, and I bought it in bulk from the internet because it can be quite expensive to buy. You should aim, if you can possibly, to go with a solution that doesn't contain the chemical formaldehyde. That will allow you to stay at any site. Some sites only have septic tanks which prohibit the use of formaldehyde because this chemical will kill the microbes that live in the septic tank and deal with the waste. You can see all the different types available if you just search on the internet for chemical toilets. If you so wish, you can add a chemical to the flush water which provides a perfume and keeps the bowl clean. The waste tank cleaner that I used and showed you previously can be used in the top and bottom tanks. The choice is up to yourselves. So there we are, we've covered the basics of Caravan Utilities. I hope you found the video helpful. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below and I'll answer them as soon as I can. And thanks for watching.